All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm going to do a round 2 video of how to remove your door panels. The last one wasn't the greatest, so I'm going to show you hopefully a better way to do it, a more thorough way. So some tools that you're going to need, I think, are right here: some screwdrivers, Phillips head, and some pry tools. And that should be it. So essentially what you're going to want to do is pry off the rubber seal, remove the screws holding in the perimeter of the door panel. You're going to want to remove the front and rear door sash covers, and then you're going to pry out the door handle insert first in order to get to the screws holding in the door handle. Remove the door handle screws, remove the door handle, disconnect the lock latches and stuff, and then lift the door panel up and out away from the door skin. And then disconnect any of the connectors on there, and that should be it. So I'll show you that right now. First, you want to access these plastic clips. I found it easier to, you can pull this back and access the screws to the door panels by doing that, but I find it best to pop off the rubber. So let me show you what you're going to do is, since this is already popped out of the rubber, you're going to slide this through your pry tool and pop it out. And so you're going to want to do that across all the rubber seals. So if the plastic comes out, just slide it back in to the rubber hole like that. It's common for the rubber to tear, so just be careful and just slowly go around the perimeter and pop these off. Okay, so when you pop this all off like this, what you're going to want to do is look for these tabs here holding in the door panel. It's very common for these to break, which is what we're doing right now. We're going to replace these with Mita Motorsports reinforced plastic pieces. But there are 7 of these. So again, you may not even see 7 because some of them might be broken, but just follow them around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7, 2 in the front. And release all of those next. Next, what you want to do is pop off the sash covers. And so you'll see that there's 2 pegs holding it on. So you just pry these off, same for the front. Okay, the front has 3. Next is undoubtedly the most difficult part, which is removing this piece right here. And a lot of times they break and or are already broken from people that have removed it already. It's kind of a terrible design. Essentially, you can see here that this door handle here is stepped. You can see right here. And in order for you to remove this piece, you have to slide it out towards the rear of the car. But behind this piece, there's plastic kind of spacing, bracketing that's built into this piece that you need to pull it outwards this way in order for it to clear this one. So you need to pull it outwards and pull it through it and push it backwards. But when you pull it outwards, there's these pieces right here that prevent it from pulling outwards. So basically, long story short, you have to pry in here, pry it outwards, and pull out. And that ends up breaking these 2 corners quite often. So not to worry though, we have plastic repair kit if that happens, but and it's very hard to get a grip on it. So what I do is, and it doesn't work every time, is put a pry tool in here. You pull out the door handle and put another pry tool in the back and push out this way. It's very, very difficult to do. A lot of times you just end up having to shove your fingers in here and pull outwards. Okay. So I got one end out. All right, so there you go. So this is the plastic backing of it that really gets in the way. Of course, obviously when you pull out this way, it starts hitting this piece. So luckily it didn't break, but yeah, very difficult to get out. Okay, so next, there's a bunch of screws in here, Phillips screws, and there's supposed to be two different types. So you see a gold type right here with a shoulder on it, and then there'll be a black type as well. The gold type with the shoulder goes in the front half in the plastic area. The shoulder helps center kind of the door handle, and you have this kind right here in the black. So in the zinc coated metal portion of the handle, you can use the black screws, and in the plastic frontward portion, you're going to use these gold shouldered bolt screws. So sometimes your bolts may be mixed up like they are here, and they were on my car as well. But hopefully you have all of them. This black one should be in the back in the gold metallic area. And there's two hidden behind the door handle. So you have to hold open the door handle right here. Okay. And then actually before you remove the bolt, you should probably remove this piece, which I like to use a pry tool for, like that. Remove the cable and disconnect the locking plug. So once you disconnect the cable, you have to fish it out like this, and then once this lines up, remove the cable and the handle. Okay, next part that has people mostly stumped on how to do it, which is removing the door panel now. So all the bolts are removed from it. You should be able to pull it out from the bottom and see that it's just being held in by the top. This metal piece right here is kind of shaped like this, and the door panel is going in like this. So you need to kind of lift outwards and up like this. So I'll show you in a second. So you're going to want to grab the door panel, make sure it clears all the rubber seals. I kind of put the seal behind the door panel at this point, so it clears. It doesn't break off any more tabs. And you grab the door panel, and you can lift it up like that. So you can see that the door panel is curved right here. It's hooking downwards, and I'll show you once I remove the door panel. So you push it, kind of pull it out and upwards like that. Let's show you that we need to disconnect the door light and disconnect the switch. And so here is the mechanism where your door panel curves down inward. So it curves between this chrome piece and this black piece right here, down inwards like that. So that should give you an idea of what you need to do to remove the door panel. Don't lift straight up, don't lift straight this way, kind of up and outwards in an arcing motion. And that's how you remove the door panel. So that concludes how to remove the door panel. We'll just reverse the procedure to install it again, and then you are done. Thanks for watching.